Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and you know what? It's nice to have some good news, right? I usually report things that are pretty tough, and I'm not going to lie, some of the details of this story are also going to be pretty tough. They may include some things that don't show our government in the best light, but as of today, President Trump has restarted peace talks with North Korea. That is always a great move. I love de-escalation. I love it when people come together and talk. So what we're going to do is we're going to show some of this stuff. And even better, guys, the mainstream media hasn't attacked him for this. It's the first time we've had a U.S. president walk in to North Korea. This is so good. This is one of those things that you say, you know what? Bravo, Trump. This is something that goes well beyond party lines and specifically goes into the heart of the matter, that trying to talk with and understand one another is better than propagating tensions, fear, and ultimately losing lives in a military conflict that benefits nobody but the military-industrial complex and the globalists that control it. So I'm going to show you guys right here. Check it out. This is the first time I've ever heard Kim Jong Un, by the way, speak English. So we're going to just watch a little bit of this. He's going to walk over the line. Yeah. It's a historic moment.
Good to see you again. I've never expected to meet you at this place.
Over to this side.
If your Excellency take a step forward, you will be the first U.S. president to cross the border.
U.S. president to cross the border.
Speaks rather well. There it is. I mean, guys, I got literal goosebumps. I don't know if you can see them on there, but I got literal goosebumps coming up. Because that's good. That's good. People don't understand that just a little while ago, and we're going to show you this, talks broke down because Mike Pompeo is a snake. He's a snake. He was the head of the CIA. He's not a good person for these negotiations, and they knew it. And all of a sudden, the CIA is connected to this brazen raid at a North Korean embassy in Spain on the eve of the Vietnam summit, just as everything continues to go south. Prior to that, they were like, you know what, can we talk to somebody who is a little bit more mature, who gets this, who doesn't want to, I don't know, bomb the fuck out of us? Sounds reasonable. And by the way, I'm not promoting the North Korean regime or their practices or their brainwashing of the people or any of that. That's not what this is about. This is about bringing them to the table so that, again, we can help them grow as a people and hopefully in a better direction. But when Pompeo is saying shit like this...
I was the CIA director. We lied, we cheated, we stole. It was like... We had entire training courses.
And everybody claps, and it's hilarious. I was the CIA director. We lied, we cheated, we steal. There were entire courses. Let's watch it again. Look how gleeful he is. He stutters in the very beginning. He's like, man, am I really going to say this? Oh, what the hell? They'll probably cheer for me.
I was the CIA director. We lied, we cheated, we stole. It was like we had entire training courses.
That's the zombies. So again, when North Korea says this, and oh, by the way, it came out a couple weeks ago, not only was this raid linked to the CIA, but Kim JongNam, the half-brother of Kim Jong Un, He just happened to be a CIA informant. You know, the one that was poisoned at an airport by women who thought they were doing a prank YouTube show? By the way, they walked. It really did look like they got them involved as patsies to kill this guy. You think that, I don't know, Kim JongNam being killed at an airport might have something to do with the fact he was a CIA informant, one way or the other? You think that's a possibility? I don't know. Sounds pretty weird, huh? So, Trump crossing this border, even as staged as that was, and hearing him speak to him is awesome. So here's just a little bit of Trump talking afterwards.
Well, I want to thank you, Chairman. You hear the power of that voice. Nobody's heard that voice before. He doesn't do news conferences, in case you haven't heard. And this was a special moment. And this is, I think, really, as President Moon said, this is a historic moment. In fact,
It is. It is a historic moment. These are the type of moments that we should be encouraging Trump and getting behind Trump. And I will say this, before we go back to that clip, Fox was very, very good. I was thinking about playing a little bit of this clip from here on in. Fox News promoting not war, good. ABC News also talking about being a historic moment, not fear-mongering, not war-mongering. Now, I know the real test is going to be CNN, probably MSNBC, but we won't see what Maddow and Cooper and some of the other goons have to say until tomorrow when they get their weekly show back. But even at CNN, look at the headlines. Yes, they might be ignoring the significance of this, but their biggest headline is the bruised brawl with North Korean officials. So I think, I forget what building this was in, but basically one of the aides of Trump is in the mix with a bunch of people like pushing and shoving, and it was kind of ugly. But if that's the best sensational garbage that they can come up, underneath live updates, Trump says he and Kim agreed to restart talks. That's the sub little headline. It should be front. This is great news. And again, think about it. Embassy raid, computers were taken. Allegations were made prior to this. Once again, North Korea said, I don't want to deal with Pompeo. It's clear he's a snake in the grass. We know Pompeo, Mr. Bobby Bilderberg. Bobby Bilderberg on a boat. Bobby Bilderberg on a boat with 140 of the other elitists in the military-industrial complex, in banking, in politics, and in the tech industry. Let's ride that Bilder boat over to a castle where we'll have a dinner. And I'll speak about what's going on in the world, especially in the Gulf, and then all of a sudden things escalate. Yeah, we should trust Mike Pompeo. So I'm glad they got Pompeo out of the mix. I'm glad there's a little bit more visibility out there that the CIA is actively and has been actively aggressive towards North Korea. We should be working with them. We should be having talks. We should be trying to make them more like South Korea. All right. A lot of people, again, I'm not trying to crap on anybody here, but I get it. You grew up in an area. You're worried about that area. You watch television. You have a very jingoistic type attitude about your country and how great it is. And you don't pay attention to the rest of the world. It's 350 million people here, maybe closer to 4 with the illegals. There's varying numbers. There's 7+ billion people in the world. And when you look at Asia and the politics there and what happened after the Korean War and how South Korea is this haven for technology for companies like Samsung and others, and how much business they've done in the United States, and how many Asians are very envious of South Korea. And then you seem to have the polar opposite after our military intervention in North Korea. Well, I'd like to move it more towards a civilized society. I think talks do that. I'm glad the media is not shitting all over Trump on this one. And I hope they don't tomorrow, but we'll see. Guys, we're doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos a day sometimes here. This is video number 3. If you didn't see my expose on Bella Thorne outing Disney and the new madam, it seems, over at Nexium, According to Frank Parlato of the Frank Report and Art Voice, well, it's Nikki Klein. We did in-depth reports on both of those today. Later this evening, streaming live, Eastern Time, around 9 p.m., I am going to have the great James Corbett of Corbett Report, or the Corbett Report, on with me. And he does some of the best research and the best work out there. If you're unfamiliar with James, go check his stuff out. You want deep history and deep research? There's not many that can even hold a candle to James Corbett. I would say Truth Stream Media and them are tops. I love their research. I love their work. I love their videos and their presentation. They're powerful. So if you're not subscribed, you like this channel, do it now. Thumbs the video up. Make sure you ring the bell for notifications. And guys, we're almost halfway through the first month of the Burmese Brigade Media Month. This is how I'm doing it. This is how I'm supporting myself. Got a big donation today from an anonymous source. Thank you so much. But Michelle Gordon, Richard King, every little bit helps. $5, $10. We're doing it every month. We're hoping to hit $5,000. If we can hit more than $5,000, I'll be able to go on location at least once a month. But until then, what we're doing is we're focusing on 30 to 50 videos that matter. They're not about left or right. They're about right and wrong. They're a non-partisan voice that is going to show you what's really going on in the world every single week. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have a subscribe star. I'm not double and triple dipping. I'm trying to do this and make this my life full-time, as it has been now for almost the last couple of years. And really, it's my passion, and it has been for a long time. And thank you guys out there for allowing me to do this. And thank you for supporting the truth, no matter how ugly it is. And by the way, again, no matter how nonpartisan it is. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you so much.